So is it audible? Oh, not yet. Many people have joined. Please join quickly every day. Just at starting of the class, you have to join very quickly. Still 9% have only joined. So if you don't hear, you will be the loser, ultimate loser. Okay. 2 minutes we will wait. So that at least some 20 people may join. Okay. So we will be starting again we will be discussing previous class what we have discussed, that I will be revising that one, that is the binary trees introduction. We have previously seen the binary trees. Okay. So is it audible? Can anybody give me the message? Is it audible and visible? Nobody replied. Okay. Starting the class. Is it not audible? Somebody replied. Is it not audible? Again, once see, is it not audible? Somebody replied, no, sir. Okay, still not audible. Why? See now? Now is it audible? Now is it audible? Can one or two persons reply me? Is it audible now? Okay. See. So I will be starting the class. In the last class, what we have discussed, we have discussed one. 1 minute. So in the last class, we have discussed about the introduction of the trees. Okay, and in that one we have discussed different types of trees, and before that one we have discussed different types of nodes. What are the different types of nodes we have seen? So again, once I will revise, because it's a new topic and you have to understand the things very, very carefully. So you can see. So first, what do you mean by tree? How it will be useful in a real-time hierarchy? And we discussed the definition of different types of nodes. Mainly that we have discussed in the introduction to trees. Different types of nodes. What do you mean by root node? What do you mean by leaf node? What do you mean by internal node? What do you mean by ancestral node? What do you mean by what we call parent node? What do you mean by child node? What do you mean by sibling node? What do you mean by internal node? What do you mean by ancestral node? Like this. Okay. So, and again, we have discussed some other definitions like depth, height. Okay. What do you mean by depth? It is the length of the path from the root to the node X. Height. The height is defined as the longest path from the node to the leaf node. So you can see. So that are the things. So these two definitions are very, very important in the coming classes. Edge means the thing which the edge is the line which joins any two nodes. Okay. So here again, descendant node, ancestral node. So internal node, leaf node. So leaf node means the node which is having no children. Root node means the node which is having no parent. Both are vice versa. And at the same time, child means there are some descendant nodes. There are some subnodes to the. If it is a child, if it is subnode to any other node, then it is known as child node. What do you mean a parent node? If there are descendant node, if a subnode to the parent node, automatically that node is known as parent node. So parent and child are both opposite nodes, having the definition of opposite, whose definition is very, very opposite. Child and parent. So a parent will be having some children, children will be having some parents. So these both are neither they are internally linked like that. Now at the same time, root, if you see the root and leaf node, both are both will have an opposite meaning. Okay? Root will not have any parents, whereas leaf will be having some parents. So you can see here. So what is the root node? 1 is the root node. What are the leaf nodes? 4, 9, 10, 11, 8. Okay. So you can see here. So now you can see height and depth, that you have to know the definition. Now how I will be representing a tree? By generally we can represent by using array, we can represent by using singular, linked list, etc. etc. But the very comfortable representation is double linked list. So each node will be having some left address and right address. So you can see struct node. You can see. struct node into data, struct node star left, struct node star right. So data means it is the data of the node, left means it is the address of the left subtree. The right part struct node star right means it is the address of the right subtree. Okay. Now see, today we will see the implementation of it. So applications of tree we have seen. Some applications what with trees are used to store the data in a hierarchical structure. For example, the file system. The file system stored in the disk drive. The file and folder are in the form of a natural hierarchical data and stored in the form of trees. So you can see here. So in MS Word, if you see how I will be storing the data, first I will be having a folder. For example, my data. In that folder again, I will be having some 3-4 folders. That is, one is a DS file, another one is some NNFL file. So 6 subjects, 6 files you will be maintaining. So 6 folders. Again, in each folder, you will be maintaining some unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4, unit 5 folders. So this whole structure is nothing but storing the data in a hierarchical manner. That is nothing but the root manner. So you can see here. Example, for example, I will be showing here. So 1 minute. So you can see the my folders. These are the folders. Here you can see triple N, C, and DS. And again, what I have kept here, some in that folder I am having some 7 folders. And in each folder, unit 1, again I will be having subfolders. So what is the root folder here? What is the root node? Triple E desktop folder is the root node. In again desktop 1, what is the child? Triple N, C, CNDS, counseling data. So all this data are nothing but the children of this folder desktop. In again the children triple N DS, I am having some 7 folders. So these are the children for folder triple N DS. So in this way, the whole folder structure of maintaining data is nothing but the storing the data in a hierarchical form, which is based on root structure, root folder. In root folder, again, I will be having subfolders or child folders. In again that one, I will be having again child folders like that one. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. So let's see. So another use you can see. Organizing that is used to organize data for efficient insertion and deletion. It is used for efficient insertion, deletion, and searching. So I can store the data in a linear format. In a linear format also, I can use the storing of data. I can use linear data structures. It may be stack, it may be queue, it may be linked list, it may be some array. All this linear linked list I can use to store the data. But if I want to make insertion, deletion, and everything very efficiently, that is in non-linear data structure, if I store, it will be efficiently used. That is, I can insert any data efficiently. I can delete any data efficiently. Efficiently means what? In less time, I can insert a data at a given place. At less space, I can insert the data at a given place. So that is the efficiency. And the another use, it is a special kind of tree that is used to store the dictionary. It is fast and efficient way of dynamic spell checking. So I think all of you know how you check a word in a dictionary. All of you know. So for example, I want to the what we call data structure. I want to search the meaning of a word known as data, for example. So first I will search D. In D, again I will search A. In A, I will again search T. In T, again I will search A. So this is nothing but the root structure. This is nothing but a tree structure. In D, for alphabet D, I am having 26, 25 options. Some is A to Z. I will having 25 children. In 25 children, I will be opting for A only. So in A. And again, in A, I will be having 25 children. So I will be opting for T. And again in T, I will be having about 25 children. And I will be opting for A only. Okay. So like that one. A tree has both. And heap, it is also a tree data structure implemented using arrays. It is also implementing, it is used to implement priority queues. So heap is nothing but a one type of tree. The heap is one type of tree, and I will be used for implementing an array or anything. And again, at the same time, B tree and B plus tree, these are also two type of trees, and the data are implement used in indexing in databases. So indexing in a database, I will be using B tree and B plus tree. Routing table, the tree data structure is also in to store the data in routing tables in the router. So if you take the computer networks, if you take the routers, in the routers, I will be using the tree data structure to store the data of the different routes. Okay. So different types of trees we have seen. Previous class we had discussed general trees, binary trees, okay, binary search trees, AVL trees, red black trees, split trees. So all these are different types of trees, but the main one is the main thing is binary tree and binary search tree. These two are the main trees which we will be studying in our syllabus. So binary tree means what? So binary tree in the name itself is there, binary two. So binary tree. That means in a tree at most we will be having two children only, maximum two children for any parent. For any parent, I will be having two children. For example, if we take this example, it is not a binary tree because J is having four children. So it is not a binary tree. Okay. It is a general tree. In general tree, a parent can have any number of children. Okay. Whereas in binary tree, maximum two children. So you can see here. 3 is having only 1 and 6. 10 is having only one child. 14. So I can have only three options. No child for any parent, I can have only 0 children or 1 children or 2 children. So maximum 2 children. So you can see. That's the thing. Another thing is binary search tree. So binary search tree means also it is also a binary tree. But what's the difference? The left child is always less than the right child. And if you take the root, for example, say 3 is less than 8, 10 is greater than 8. So you can see 3 for 3, 1 is less than 3, 6 is greater than 3. In 6, if you take 4 is less than 6, 7 is greater than 6. For 10, if you take 14 is greater than 10. 10, if you take 14, 13 is less than 14. So in this way, the left child should always be less, should have the value less than the parent node, and the right child should have the value which is always greater than the parent node. For every parent node, the left child should be less than the parent node, and for every main node, right node should be greater than the parent. So if we take the 8, if you take 3 is left child is 3, it is less than parent. Right child is 10, it is greater than 8. In the same way, if we take as 3, if you take the left child is 1, which is always less than the parent. 6, it is always greater than the right child. It is always, this right child is 6, always greater than the value 3. That is parent. So that is nothing but a binary search tree. So binary tree and binary search tree, these are the main things we will be discussing in our unit. So that you should be familiar with. Another two things are AVL trees and binary red black tree. Is they are okay. In just we will have a small introduction and we'll discussing just a few words about that one. So AVL tree, you can see the definition. We consider a tree as an AVL tree if the tree obeys the binary search tree as well as balancing factor. So first it should be a binary tree. Next it should be a binary search tree. Next third one is it should be a it should have a balancing factor. What is balancing factor? The balancing factor can be defined as the difference between the height of the left subtree and the height of the right subtree. So the balancing factor value must be either 0 or -1 or 1. So if you take any parent, the two children heights should be the difference between the two children heights should be 0 or -1 or 1 only. So another one is play trees that we will not discussing much. So another tree also we will not search. B tree. So B tree is another one example we will be discussing, but B tree also in depth we will not be discussing, but it is one of the important trees which we will be discussing. So so 1 minute, I will see the definition. So you can see the things. B tree is a balanced M tree whose M defines the order of the tree. Okay. So till now we are discussing the trees in which we are having only one key. So you can see till now we read the node containing only one key, but B tree can have more than one key. So in each node, all the examples we have discussed, we will be having only one value, some 3 or 6 in a given node. But in B tree, I will be having multiple values and more than 2 children. Okay, and I will be having more than 2 children also. It always maintains the sorted data. In binary tree, it is possible that leaf nodes can be at different levels. It is possible that leaf nodes can be at different levels. But in B tree, all the leaves must be at the same level. So that is the wanting here. Each node in a binary tree can have maximum m children. For minimum children, a leaf node has 0, root node has minimum 2 children, and internal node has minimum ceiling of m by 2 children. So these are the requirements. For example, the value of m is 5, which means that the node can have maximum 5 children and internal can contain maximum 3 children. Each node has maximum m minus 1 keys. So that's the definition of B tree. So in the coming classes, we will be discussing, no problem, but we will be discussing mainly what I have told is binary tree and binary search tree. These two things I will be discussing at the most. So now just we will be seeing the implementation of a small binary tree. How I will be implementing a small binary tree. So I think in binary tree also we have seen different types of binary trees. I think full binary tree, complete binary tree, perfect binary tree, degenerative binary tree, balanced binary tree. So 1 minute. So I can see. So what do you mean by full binary tree? The full binary tree, also known as a strict binary tree, the tree can only be considered as the full binary tree if each node must contain zero or two children. So all the nodes should contain 0 or 2 children. 0 means what is a leaf node. 2 means what? It is having 2 children, no 1 children. So that's it. So this is the, so you can see any node if you take, it is having 0 children or 2 children. So that is the full binary tree. Complete binary tree. The complete binary tree is which in all the nodes are completely filled except the last level. Okay, you can see. In the last level, all the nodes must be as left as possible. In a complete binary tree, the nodes must be added from the left. So you can see. So if you take a complete binary tree, all the nodes should be completed in all levels. Only the exception is given to the last level. So you can see here 10, next level 20 and 30 are filled. Then again next level 40, 50, 60, 70 are filled. But only the last level is left. So again perfect binary tree. So you can see here. A tree is a perfect binary tree if all the internal nodes have 2 children and all the leaf nodes are at the same level. So you can see. Perfect means all should be having 2 children and all the all the leaf nodes should be at the same level. So you can leaf nodes if you see 4, 5, 6, 7 all are at the same level. So this is a perfect binary tree. So, degenerative binary tree. So you can see here. The degenerative binary tree is tree in which all the internodes have only one children. So here you can see only one children. All nodes will be having only one child. So this is known as degenerative tree. So this is also example of balanced binary tree. The balanced binary tree is a tree in which both left and right subtrees differ by at most one. So the height of the left subtree and right subtree differ by at most one. So that is known as balanced binary. So this is the binary tree implementation. Now we will see just small implementation of a binary tree. So you can see here. Struct node into data, struct node star left, star right. So it is nothing but a representation of each node. Each parent node or a child node, you can take a, you can represent it as any node. You can think it is as any node, because child or parent or internal node or external node or descendant, ancestor, parent node, child node, anything you can think, you can know. So you can see void main struct node star root, root is equal to create. Now struct node star create. How I will be using struct node star temp into data. Temp is equal to struct node star malloc of size of struct node. So temp is nothing but the pointer to the node that was created now. So example, print 0 to exit, press 1 to new node. Printf, enter your choice. Scanf, percentage choice. If choice is equal to 0, return. Okay, else printf, enter the data. I will be taking the data. That is the node which I want to store in the node. The data which I want to store in the node. Next, temp of data is equal to data that I have kept. Next, printf, enter the left child of data of the given data. So you can see here, temp of left is equal to create. So in temp of left, what I'm telling, what I'm keeping, I'm keeping the value of the newly created node. So you can see here, just I will be drawing a diagram. So this is left, some data value. You can see the right. So you can see left child data right. Now I have kept the some value in data. For example, your data is equal to some 20. Now, if I want to know the, if I want to create a new left node, so then what I will be writing here, you can see here, printf, enter the left child of percentage d data, temp of left is equal to create. So you can see here, temp of left is equal to create. So what I will be doing, so if I want to create a left node, I'll be using the left. So what I'm doing, temp of left, because it is temp, so it is nothing but the temp. It is nothing but a temp. So it is nothing but a, so temp of data. So in temp, I am keeping some value 20, and temp of left. What I'm doing in temp of left, I'm creating a new node and I'm keeping the address in temp of left. See here, in temp of left, in left part of the temp, I'll be keeping the address of the newly created node. That I will, how I will create a node, newly created node, by using the function create. You can see. In the same way, I'll be seeing, see printf, enter the right child. Enter the right child. So enter the right child, percentage. You can see data. You can see the data. And again, what I'm doing, if I want to make a right child, temp of right, temp of right, temp is, for example, this, the starting address of this one is 35, something like this. Starting address of this function. So you can see here 2398 in again 2398. In this one, right. So temp of right is equal to create. So it is nothing but the newly created node. It will be kept here. So you can see. So I will be newly creating the node, and that node address will be how, where I will be storing. Here I will be in the right subpart. So you can see the thing. So temp of right is equal to create. Create means creating a new node. That value, it will return the address of the new node that was created. That new node I will be address I will be storing in right subpart of the node here. You can see that. That is the thing. So that is the implementation of a simple binary tree. So simple binary tree, if I want to implement, so first I will creating a root. From root, what I will be doing, I will be adding left child and right child, and again left child and right child, left child, right child. In that way, I will be moving. So that is the implementation of a simple binary tree. Insertion of a simple binary tree. You can see that. Somebody commented. 1 minute. So 1 minute. Somebody is telling, sir, we can't understand, sir. You can explain one program in Telugu, sir. So from day one, I'm telling, unless you practice the small programs, previous programs, you can't understand this programs. So I think most of you have not practiced. That's why you are not able to understand the things. This is a simple program, but I can't know why you are not able to understand. We have discussed big programs of a linked list like that one, but why you can't understand, I am not knowing. So it is your fault that you are not practicing. So anyway, I'll be explaining in a small way in a Telugu for 2 minutes. So you can see here. So ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఒక నోడ్, ఎనీ నోడ్ ట్రీలో ఎనీ నోడ్ ని ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాను? స్ట్రక్ట్ నోడ్ ఇంటూ డేటా ఇంటూ నోడ్ స్టార్ లెఫ్ట్ స్టార్ రైట్. స్టార్ లెఫ్ట్ పార్ట్ లో ఏముంటుంది? అడ్రస్ ఆఫ్ ద లెఫ్ట్ సబ్ ట్రీ. రైట్ పార్ట్ లో ఏముంటుంది? అడ్రస్ ఆఫ్ ద రైట్ సబ్ ట్రీ ఉంటుంది. సో ఇక్కడ మనం చూడండి, void main struct node star root is equal to create. So create అంటే దేని, create అనే ఫంక్షన్ దేనికి యూస్ చేస్తాను? I am using create to create a new node. So that what create అనే ఫంక్షన్ ఏమి దాని పేరెంట్ రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది address of the new node that was created. So it will be stored in a root. So you can see here struct node star create. What is the function of create? అది చూద్దాం. క్రియేట్ అనేది ఏమవుతుందండి ఒక నోడ్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసి దాని స్టార్టింగ్ అడ్రస్ ని మనకి ఇస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఈ నోడ్ క్రియేట్ అయింది ఫస్ట్ అసలు ఏవి నోడ్స్ లేవు. ఫస్ట్ ఈ డేటా 20 అనేది నోడ్ క్రియేట్ అయింది. సో దీన్ని దీని అడ్రస్ సమ్ 2398. సో దీని అడ్రస్ ని రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది. దట్ విల్ బి స్టోర్డ్ ఇన్ రూట్. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ టెంప్. సో అది క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ అంతా అది అనుకున్నాం. సో యూ కెన్ సీ హియర్ ఇక్కడ అంతా మామూలే. స్ట్రక్ట్ నోడ్ స్టార్ టెంప్ ఇంటూ డేటా టెంప్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ స్ట్రక్ట్ నోడ్ స్టార్ ఎంఎలాక్. ఇక్కడ టెంప్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఫస్ట్ క్రియేట్ అనే దాంట్లో టెంప్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఆ వచ్చిన వాల్యూని రూట్ లో స్టోర్ చేస్తాం. సో న్యూ నోడ్ కి చాయిస్లు 1 ఇస్తే న్యూ నోడ్, 0 అంటే ఎగ్జిట్. అది మనకు తెలిసిందే. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి 1 అంటే నోడ్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి కదా, అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు చూడండి. ఎంటర్ ద డేటా, సమ్ డేటా వచ్చింది. సో డేటా అనేది సమ్ 20 అనుకున్నాం, 20 ఇచ్చాం. ఆ 20 ఇక్కడ స్టోర్ అయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఎంటర్ ద లెఫ్ట్ చైల్డ్ ఆఫ్ % d డేటా. సో ఇక్కడ లెఫ్ట్ నోడ్ ని నేను క్రియేట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. ఫస్ట్ ఏమో నల్ ఉంది, నేను క్రియేట్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నాను. నేను క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాను, టెంప్ ఆఫ్ లెఫ్ట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు క్రియేట్ అని మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ ని కాల్ చేశాను. టెంప్ ఆఫ్ లెఫ్ట్ అని మళ్ళీ రికర్సివ్ కాల్ అనమాట. ఇది రికర్సివ్ కాల్ అంటే ఏంటండి, సేమ్ ఫంక్షన్ ని మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేస్తాం. సేమ్ ఫంక్షన్ ని విత్ ఇన్ దట్ ఫంక్షన్ అదే ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ చేస్తాం. సో క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ లో మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ ని కాల్ చేస్తాం. సో టెంప్ ఆఫ్ లెఫ్ట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు క్రియేట్. సో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, క్రియేట్ అనేది మళ్ళీ ఒక ఫంక్షన్. వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ డూ, ఇట్ విల్ క్రియేట్ ఏ న్యూ నోడ్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసి దాని అడ్రస్ ని ఏం చేస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ న్యూ నోడ్ క్రియేట్ అయింది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ చూడండి. సో న్యూ నోడ్ ఇక్కడ ఏదో క్రియేట్ అయింది. సో దీని అడ్రస్ ని, సో దీని అడ్రస్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 6543. సో దీని అడ్రస్ ఏం చేస్తుందండి, లెఫ్ట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద నోడ్ లో స్టోర్ చేస్తుంది. దట్ యూ కెన్ సీ. టెంప్ ఆఫ్ లెఫ్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి, టెంప్ అంటే 2398. ఇందులో లెఫ్ట్ పార్ట్ ఏంటండి, దిస్ పార్ట్. లెఫ్ట్ అడ్రస్ పార్ట్ లో మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాను, న్యూ నోడ్ ని క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా, దాని అడ్రస్ 6543, దాన్ని ఇక్కడ స్టోర్ చేస్తాను. సో యూ కెన్ సీ. లెఫ్ట్ అంటే 6543, అది అక్కడ స్టోర్ చేస్తాను. అది ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తున్నాను, టెంప్ ఆఫ్ లెఫ్ట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు క్రియేట్, అది అలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాను. ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అది ఆ న్యూ నోడ్ క్రియేట్ అయ్యి దాని వాల్యూ అక్కడ ఉంది. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే రైట్ కూడా అంతే. రైట్ నోడ్ కూడా క్రియేట్ అయింది. దీని అడ్రస్ సంథింగ్స్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ చేస్తాను, రైట్ పార్ట్ లో స్టోర్ చేస్తాను. Seven six 4 3. So this value will be stored in the right part. So you can see here. So temp of right is equal to create. Temp of right is equal to create. Temp of right is what? Temp of right అంటే ఇది. ఇందులో ఏం స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నాను, 7643. నేను ఒకవేళ రైట్ చేయాలి కూడా క్రియేట్ చేయాలనుకున్నాను అనుకోండి, అప్పుడు క్రియేట్ అనేది కాల్ చేస్తే, క్రియేట్ అనేది ఏంటి, ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ ద అడ్రస్ ఆఫ్ ద న్యూ నోడ్, దట్ ఈస్ 7643. దట్ ఐ విల్ బి స్టోరింగ్ ఇన్ రైట్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద పేరెంట్ నోడ్ అలా స్టోర్ చేస్తాం. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద థింగ్. ఇది మన లూప్ అనమాట. మనకి నోట్స్ యాడ్ చేయాలంటే చేయొచ్చు. నోట్స్ అక్కర్లేదు అనుకుందాం అనుకోండి, చాయిస్ లో 0 అని ఇస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా రిటర్న్ అయిపోద్ది, ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మనం ఎగ్జిట్ అయిపోతాం. సో సో దట్ ఈస్ ద థింగ్. 1 ఇచ్చినప్పుడల్లా కొత్త నోడ్ యాడ్ చేస్తానే ఉంటాం. ఇలా దీనికి కూడా మళ్ళీ కింద లెఫ్ట్ నోడ్ రైట్ నోడ్ వస్తుంది, లెఫ్ట్ నోడ్ రైట్ నోడ్ వస్తుంది, అలా యాడ్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటాం. సో ఇక్కడ 2 థింగ్స్ మెయిన్ ఏంటంటే, ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ ఏంటంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ రికర్సివ్ ఫంక్షన్. అంటే ఫంక్షన్ లోనే ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ ఇది క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్, మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ లోనే క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ చేస్తున్నాం. దిస్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ రికర్షన్. పెట్టుకోండి, క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్, క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ లోనే మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ చేస్తాం. క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ లోనే మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ చేస్తాం. So in that way I will be adding nodes. For each node I will be recursively calling a new node. If I want to stop somewhere adding, I will be giving the choice as 0. If I want to add new node, I will be giving the value as 1. So in this way I will be doing the things. So I think for today it's okay. There are some other chapters, but the time is very less, so I can't move forward. So up today we will be ending up to here. That is creating a simple binary tree. How I will be adding the nodes by using a recursive function. You have to practice this simple program at least. Unless you don't practice this simple program, you can't understand any program in the coming binary trees. So then obviously you may be asking me, tell me in Telugu or tell me in some 2 or 3 times, but the time is very less. I have to complete the syllabus, so I may be trying one more time. ఇందా చెప్పినట్టు తెలుగులో చెప్పాను ఇంకోసారి, అలా ఒకసారి అని ట్రై చేయగలను, అందుకంటే నేను ఏం చేయను. సో ఎక్కువ పాటు మీ దాని మీద ఉంది. నేను చెప్పడం దాకా వెళ్ళి చెప్తూ ఉంటుంటే అలా వింటానే ఉంటాను. ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాక్టీస్. ఆన్లైన్లో బోల్డ్ అండ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, బోల్డ్ అండ్ థింగ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. నేను అవి కాకుండా నేను కొన్ని ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ పంపుతున్నాను. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తేనే, చిన్న ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉన్న ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తేనే కమింగ్ డేస్లో. సో ఎనీవే ఐ విల్ బి ఎండింగ్ ద సెషన్. ఓకే, ఫర్ టుడే ఇట్స్ ఓకే. టుమారో we will be discussing binary search tree.